Oh man. Luke, 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 Luke. He's a bum. What's going on? You okay? Okay. What's going on, people? Salute, 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 salute to all my real ones. Salute the ones that support me. Get a couple people in chat. He can't fight. Oh, it's been a crazy weekend, man. It was a crazy weekend. DB3. Oh my God. DB3, man. Oh man. Come on, man. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, man? Subscribe to my channel. Like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. You can do that for me, right? Subscribe to the channel. What's going on, Nemesis? What's good with you, champ? How you doing today, Bubba? I need all y'all to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. And like. Subscribe and like. We gonna talk about boxing. That's what we do here. We talk about boxing. And we gonna talk about Keyshawn Davis and DB3 and Abdullah Mason. All them type of brothers. Like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to the channel. Yep, yep. You, 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 you. Whoa. You. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Okay. We get a couple of boxing fans in the chat so we could cook a little bit. We could cook a little bit today. So we could cook. First of all, what's going on with DB3? What's going on with them guys, man? What's going on with Keyshawn Davis? What's up with him? I don't understand. First of all, I want to talk about Tiger Johnson. I've been bigging him up forever. Cats that's in my circle know I'm a huge fan of Tiger Johnson. Huge. Tiger Johnson put on a a decent show last night. I think it was a step up fight for him. The guy was tough, but for some reason Tiger Johnson wouldn't commit. He just had a problem with committing. He would not commit, and his coach was coaching, doing a great job. But for some reason, Tiger Johnson wouldn't. He kept punching, bang, bang, and would step back. He'd punch, boom, boom. His jab was superb, beautiful jab. But after he jabbed a couple of times, he would take two little back steps back. He wouldn't commit. You know, you had to pry his right hand, from off his chin to throw it. You know, for the most part, uh, he was decent, but I say from the I say from the seventh seventh round, from the seventh round to the 10th, he actually started committing. He actually bang 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 boom, bang 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 boom, bang boom boom, start putting in the work, you know. But before that, he just would not commit. Like he didn't want to get hit. And Tiger is a good fighter. I think he has a hell of a career in front of him. I think he's really gonna do his thing in the long run. Uh, Keyshawn, Keyshawn, man, the world know, everybody know he lost his belt on the scale, and then they goes in all bright locker after the fight, and allegedly had a little squabble with the guy. It's just sad. Like you make top rank the sport of boxing. You know you your team, your mother, all that. You make all that look bad, and it's like I heard on. I was looking at um. I'm not gonna say the YouTuber name, but YouTuber this morning, and you know, I didn't even notice it. He didn't apologize to the people in Norfolk, Virginia. He didn't apologize to, you know, the fans around the world. He didn't apologize to, you know, his co-workers. He said actually nothing. He put out a little tweet, and in the tweet, he still was being disrespectful. You know, come on, man. Like, come on. And then I don't know if I agree or disagree. You know, I'm hearing that he didn't want to fight De Los Santos. You know, he. I don't know about that. He can't fight. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna go that far and say that. You know, because I'll be just running with the masses because I don't believe that. I just don't believe Keyshawn didn't make weight because he was scared to fight De Los Santos. I don't believe that. You know, but you know, people are make up anything. People will say anything. You know, um, when the brother is down, most people start kicking them in the head, especially the haters. But I believe Keyshawn Davis have some type of issue, and he needs help. The things he do, he's calling out for help, and instead of trying to make money off him, help him, and that goes for his mother. His mother had him. His mother know him, raised him, nourished him, and you don't see the recklessness in him. God forbid, but he the type of guy that we wake up in the morning and find out that he blew somebody's head off or he stabbed somebody in the heart. He's just a reckless young individual. Why are you running around proving that you're a tough guy? Abdullah Mason said something that was so profound. He said, I do my talking with my hands. I do my talking in the ring. And that's the truth. Abdullah Mason don't do a lot of talking. And this might sound, you know, to the casuals because the casuals just don't know. You know, they like anybody who's winning. Not for nothing. Period. Bottom line. Whoever's winning, whoever's knocking people out, whoever the masses is talking about, that's who the casuals is running with. They don't know boxing. They just don't. But Abdullah Mason reminds me of Muhammad Ali. He put me in the mind of him so much. Where they differ at is Ali talked a lot of trash, but he backed it up majority of the time. And and Abdullah don't talk. That's the only thing that separates them. But everything else, they remind me of each other so much, man. Abdullah Mason and Muhammad Ali, and you could tell Abdullah Mason was raised right. You could tell by his demeanor. by the way he act, by the way, he rep himself. All his brothers, all of them, they just not loudmouth niggas. They not. That's not their thing. It's not their twist. That's not what they do. The Mason brothers talk with their hands. And then, you know, that just really, 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 really put a bad spot on boxing. That wasn't a good look for Abdullah. I mean, for excuse me, for the sport of boxing. What Keyshawn did the whole weekend, like I don't know what was on the guy's mind to be overweight like that, and you dancing around and you doing this and doing that, and you forgetting the fact that the man had damn near a 2-year layoff. He wasn't healthy. He had blood clogs in his leg, and he had to make weight, and he made weight. So he drained. He got to recoup, and you think you just gonna come in there overweight and come on, man. Only a fool would have took that fight. And then you talking shit. You gonna push the guy? Come on, man. Come on. Listen, Keyshawn Davis is a clown for his whole movement this weekend. He's a certified clown. He's a young clown, straight up. You don't see these young fighters running around like that. That's not G. In fact, it's corny. And then you got your baby brother all in the mix with the BS. Bozo for this one, bro. I just, on the flip side of all that, I hope and pray that, you know, he gets some help, sit down with some good people that out for his best interest, like, you know, um, sit him down and talk to him, and, you know, uh, someone that he listens to, and get him on the right track, man. I don't want to see no one get reckless and jam their career up, especially a young guy like that. You know, through it all, he's a very good boxer. Can't take that away from him. He's a dog in that ring. But again, I hope and pray that things get better for him. And I'm off that. On to the rest of the program. On to the rest of the program. Facts. Yeah. Also, we had Troy Isley. You know, I think he looked very good. I think he put on a good show. I think he boxed beautiful. You know, he did his thing. Salute to Troy Isley. Um, yeah, he really did his thing. You know, um, that guy arms was so long, man. Pause. It was crazy. And he was shorter than Troy, but he had something like almost an 80 each inch arm reach. Pause. He was hitting Troy with body shots. He was way back then. His body shots, boom. I'm like, wow, how's he catching up like that? Yeah, but that was a good fight. Compatible, um, good fight. It was a damn good fight. I'd say that was a they put on a good show, real good show. Um, then you had Kevin Davis. Um, he fought uh uh I can't believe I just said his name. Um, Albright. He fought Albright. But listen to this. Do y'all remember Albright fought Keyshawn first? And me personally, me personally, I really thought that that fight could have went any any way. He took Keyshawn to distance, Albright. And but I was saying at the end of the fight, I was like, man, this can go like, but a little thing was saying they gonna give it to Keyshawn because he's the star. You know, they moving him, and you know, it's a shame how some like you gotta beat these guys so obviously. You know, you can't beat them because they not gonna give it to you. You gotta really beat the shit out of these guys, man. That's that's being backed up by these, you know, top rank Bob Arum, you know, is keeping it real. So I felt Albright fought his ass off against Keyshawn Davis. That go back and watch that fight. Go back and watch it. And I told a couple of people, I said, Albright can stop this boy. I don't know why he jumping in with Albright when you seen your brother fight him, and me personally, I don't, you know, out of all three of them, he the one that I really think can't box like that. Well, let me say this: I'm the one. He's the one that I think not really like that. Period. That's my opinion. I think the little brother. the young kid have a long way to go. Even though he got a knockout, but he fought a tomato can. Um, Probably was a cab driver. Um, from somewhere out there in Virginia. He said, "Come on, man, you want to make a few grand? You know how to box."
He's a bum. He's a bum.
You want to make a few grand real quick? Come on. I got a uniform for you and everything. We need you to fight. Threw his ass in there with Keon, and Keon stopped him with a body shot. BD3, the businessman. Oh man, shit crazy. But anyway, yeah. But I think Keyshawn. I mean, I think Keon. I think he need work. He need work. He need a lot of work. But he can get better. You know, he definitely can get better. You know, but I, Abdullah Mason moving his head more. Pause. He's finally, fucking finally moving his head, coming in. Like he's finally getting it. When you get dropped twice by a dude with an afro on the back of his head, you better go home and work on your shit. You get dropped 2 times in a row with a nigga with an afro in the back of his head. Come on, man. Come on, I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna call it the way I see it, bro. You know, I'm gonna call it the way I see it. Last night was a step up fight, but even though Nakathia don't have a chin, every time he get hit in the chin, he go out, which I knew. But you know what? Keeping it real, that wasn't a step up fight. That was another tomato can. Let's be real. Let's be all the way fucking real. These guys have to fight somebody, man. These guys have to fight somebody. You can't you cannot be. Look at Loma. Look at Loma Chin. 7-0 world title. Look at Loma. 7-0 world fucking title. But you got these brothers 16, 17, 18 and 0 and still fighting tomato cans. Still fighting cab drivers. And then you sitting there, you sitting there 14 and you sitting there 16 uh 14 knockouts. You 16 and 0 with 14 knockouts. But the whole fucking resume is truck drivers, cab drivers, the dude at the hot dog stand, Paul. Let's, let's here at 12th round knockout, I'm gonna always keep it a bean. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Period. I don't care if I had 3 people watching me. I'm not gonna sit there and sugarcoat nothing. It is what it is, man. You fighters gotta step up and fight somebody, man. You have to step up and fight some competition. How are you still a prospect at 17-0? That's Loma's whole career. Loma just retired 16-0, 17. I mean 16-3, 17-3, something like that, and going to the Hall of Fame. Phenomenal boxer. But here it is, and then you get and you got the Mexican, right? They fighting and all kinds of bars, cigar smoke, 27 people in the whole joint. They getting $150 a fight, but they didn't won over there. They didn't won 27 fights. They 27-0. They fighting a drunk motherfucker in the corner. So they get picked. They get blessed. I don't believe in luck. They get blessed to come over here and fight. And their record is 26 to fucking 0. But we can't name nobody you fought. And they stick to that 26-0, and you bring them over here and Gaya Hoyer sign them to these big contracts. Give them 1, 2 tomato cans, get 1, 2 knockouts. Now they 29-0. Now they talked about like this big hoopla. They get a fight. They give him $2 million for the fight. He fucks around and wins. He actually wins. So now he's 30-0, 28 knockouts, run across the brothers, get knocked out cold, and then become a gatekeeper. It's the same twist. It's just a different wave. Straight up. It's the same twist, but a different wave. Somebody name, somebody name 7 fighters' boots in his foot. No shot the boots. Salute the boots in it. Name 7 fights. Name 7 fighters he fought. Just 7. When I heard about Boots, God is my witness. When I heard about Boots, he was 24-0. And I've been in boxing since 78. I've been around the sport of boxing and into boxing since 1978. I never left the sport of boxing. Never. When I heard of Boots Ennis, he was 24-0. You might could take a fight or two off, probably 22, something like that. And no, keeping it a bean. Who are these 24 fucking fighters? Who are they? Shout out to Boots Ennis. Then you get a title, they looked out for you. You earned it. You earned it. I guess that's how it go. And you get a title and you ride off in the sunset and still fighting fucking tomato cans. Let's keep it real, man. Keep it real. Any type of way. Any type of way. Now, hear me out. Any type of fucking way you can turn around on the opponent, completely turn around on the opponent while fighting them. He's a fucking bum. If you can do the shit Boots Ennis does to some of the fighters he have fought, you a bum. You're fighting a bum. Why? Because my common sense tell me you would never take that chance on a motherfucker who you know can fight. Salute the young Africa, my guy, Richard Hitchison. Shout out to Richard Hitchison. Boy looking like a Greek god. Yeah. He gonna beat the brakes off George Kambosos. Facts. Big facts. Brooklyn stand up. He gonna beat George Kambosos' ass. Facts. Salute to Africa. Richard Hitchison. Facts. George Stevenson. Salute. He gonna beat Cepeda up. That's what's gonna put my son back on the mat when he beats Cepeda up. I'm tired of niggas dissing uh Shakur. Like his shit don't sound like nothing. Like he a mop. And then these fighters use the perfect excuse. He's gonna run. He's not gonna fight. Like Cepeda said. He said he gonna fight me. Bruh, we not the type of people that stand there and do the rock'em sock'em robot shit. That's not our twist. That's not what we do. We don't stand there and do the rock'em sock'em robot thing. We don't you know black fighters don't do that. You knock me in my head 13 times, I'm gonna knock you in your head 13 times, and we just gonna keep doing that till one of us, fall. In the black community, is hit and don't get hit. Fuck is y'all talking about? We do what you call the sweet thing of boxing. You see, black folk got soul, and we take it everywhere. Dancing, boxing, wherever. We just type of people that like to look good in whatever we doing, and we master it down to a science. That's why they say slick black fighter. That's what they say. Slick black fighter. Yeah, we slick. We not only slick, we real tricky. We have beautiful footwork. Beautiful footwork. We can fight. That's the bottom line. We nice with the shit. Yeah. Shout out to my favorite fighter, Tank. Shout out young homie. Rematch coming up with Roach. Tank running around looking like little Bolo. Little Bolo. Tip top shape. Ain't playing about shit. Facts. My son ain't playing about nothing. Predictions, he gonna stop Roach. He gonna stop his ass this trip. Shut all you cats up. He gonna stop them. Watch. He gonna stop them. That's a fact. Like Shakur gonna beat Cepeda. Africa gonna beat Africa gonna beat Cambosis and Shoot. He fighting on the Zaya card. Um, when Top Rank gonna make Shoot the main event. When? When he gonna be the main event? And why Shoot don't have a title yet? Is he underrated? Is Shoot one of them fighters that he's underrated? Is Shoot nice? Is Shoot box real good? Choo Carrington from Brooklyn, you know, out of Brooklyn. The nicest thing coming out of Brooklyn is Richard Hitchison right now. He was up. He was over there at Mayweather Promotions. They shelved him. They shelved him, Iceman, and a couple other cats. But they did Iceman dirty. Iceman was 8-0, and they throwing him in there with 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 cats 20 and 0, 14 knockouts. Come on, man. And then Calvin Ford, salute to Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. But Iceman grew up in Upton, in Baltimore. You could have said, no, he ain't taking that fight. He ain't ready. But y'all went on and let him fight. Y'all let Iceman lose 3 fights. He even lost to Richard Hitchison. Richard Hitchison mushed him in the face at the press conference. Hitchison mushed him in the head. Shut up. Iceman took that boy confidence like that, took his heart like that. Fans know what I'm talking about. Iceman from Upton. Light skinned Iceman. That was down with the three horsemen. It was Truck, Iceman, and Tank. Truck, Iceman, and Tank. That's who it was. It was them three. Ice went to Mayweather Promotions. Tank, Mayweather Promotions. And Truck said, forget that. I'm not going over there. It didn't matter because he lost his fourth pro fight. Set him all the way back. He went with some type of Truck Simpson signed with some type of new internet type of people, something. That's who he signed with. Some never heard of it before, but that's who he signed with. And you know, they don't know nothing about boxing. So Bill Haney threw him a bone. Bill Haney said, "Come on, man. Come on, man. Ride the Devin Haney wave for a while. I get you on a couple of undercards, make you a few dollars." So he went and did that, and him and Tank fell out. Tank said, "No, stay over there with your Muslim brother." But the thing is, you ain't getting them no money. But how can he? When to he signed the deal again with some type of you know, with some type of like them radio stations, or some one of them type of things. That's what Chuck Simpson signed. He signed a deal with something like that. People didn't know nothing about boxing. So he says, fuck that. I'm going to get me some bread. And that's what he did. Shout out to Trunk Simpson. Shout out. Now, you got Devin Haney going to fight. I say that one for the next show.
Pound for pound to me.
I say that one for the next show. I say that one for the next fight. You know, Devin Haney, I think it's signed and everything. I think it's signed and everything. Ah! Oh my God. Salute to the Haneys, man. Salute to the Haneys, bro. But look, man, Devin, you gotta fight. You have to fight. Salute, 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 salute everybody who's come out to check 12th round knockout out. You know, salute, salute, salute. Salute to all my real ones. Salute to the people that support me. Salute to the people that show love. Shout out to all my real ones and people that, with me, fool with me, know how I ended. I ended the same way all the time. For the year I've been doing this, man. Jersey.